The Helldivers 2 updates are not stopping, from Mechs now being officially delayed, 7 days left for something huge, and a first look at new weapons and armor sets, and the new Premium Warbond Release Date. We have tons to get through. If you can leave a like, it helps a ton, but if you get to the end and didn't enjoy it, then go ahead and turn that into a dislike. So, first of all, Helldivers 2 mechs are officially delayed, simply because there is an in-universe event and players have to take back the factories making these mechs before we can actually go ahead and pilot them. Now, earlier today, Arrowhead put out a video announcement which basically says a new major order, which is to defend the planet Tenquan from automatons. Now, the planet is the only world with factories manufacturing these mechs, so presumably once Tenquan is actually quote-unquote liberated, then I assume these mechs will be deployed. Now, how long this is going to take, that is kind of the question, which falls into the same category of course, how long is a piece of string. Now, some players have actually already been able to pilot these mechs, and it's even possible, though this is still a bit of speculation, that Helldivers 2's Game Master has actually allowed specific players or matches to test these new mechanics. Now, I have not yet found myself in one of those matches, but if you have, then let me know in the comment section below. Now, things are getting even crazier as Helldivers 2's new Warbond releases next week, which does actually come with new weapons, armor, and capes, and it is called Cutting Edge. Now, a new post on the Helldivers 2 Steam community page further explains what to expect from the Cutting Edge Warbond, which will be arriving on March 14th, which of course is 7 days from when I'm making this video. Now, this Warbond sees Super Earth's research and development department conjuring up ultra-futuristic armor and guns that fire lightning, stylish capes, and more for players to equip. Now, what it says is Super Earth's new prototypes pack a punch. The Cutting Edge Warbond deals out electrical damage. And then it continues to say, the Cutting Edge Warbond kits Super Earth's forces out in new experimental armor that can deal electrical damage, with the EX-03 Prototype 3 including a rubber underlayer for insulation, as its wires run at, wait for this, a whopping 400,000 volts, which is just insane. Now, the X16 Prototype 16 generates a strong magnetic quote-unquote electric arc field, and then the EX00 Prototype X is simply called, and I quote, the end result of several billion super credits and 12 years of research into creating the soldier of tomorrow. So hopefully this just implies that there will be some impressive perks to actually wearing it. Now, the LAS-7 Dagger Pistol, G23 Stun Grenade, along with several new electrifying weapons have also been dealt out to Super Earth's troops. Now, these consist of the LAS-16 Sickle, which is a laser rifle that fires in short bursts before ultimately overheating, and the good thing is, it doesn't need reloading. Then you have the SG-8P Punisher Plasma, which is a shotgun, which fires exploding plasma rounds. And then you have the ARC-12 Blitzer, which is ideal basically for taking out multiple targets, as it can project an arc of close-range lightning and then fire powerful bolts when it is charged. And these not only sound great, but they look incredible as well. Now, these weapons and armor are great for, of course, these tactical purposes, and they certainly do seem to pack a punch, as they said. However, Arrowhead does remind players that they should fight for Super Earth in style by adding 3 new capes, which actually features the matching colors and designs in the Warbond, with matching player cards for each cape, and alongside that, 3 new emotes. Now, the good thing about all of this is that Warbonds never disappear or reset ever, and that's been confirmed by the developers, which is great in my opinion, kind of similar to Halo if I'm not mistaken. Now, things have actually been getting a little heated to say the least in the community for Helldivers 2 since the balance patch the other day, and ultimately it's just been a lot of comments going around, and it's coming from, of course, developers, etc., the studio, whatever you wish to say, and well, I guess you could just say all hell has broke loose for the most part. So the response says the following: "Hey, thank you for bringing this up. This is not the intention from the studio perspective, but since I am a heavy subscriber of a communicative studio, it means that I encourage developers to engage with the community. However, this also exposes us to risks of miscommunication or heated arguments, and it's something that we actively discuss internally at the studio to improve on. While I understand that it reflects on the studio as a whole, it is not our intention that this should be the behavior from us, and we want to ensure that you all have the best time possible in this game and in this community. As for the balance patch and the opinions surrounding it, we actively read as much as we possibly can and take what is said into consideration when we discuss things internally. Right now, the hot topic is your guys' feedback and response to these balance adjustments and the feeling of the game experience at large. Now, in my opinion, the fact that this has been communicated and acknowledged is a great sign. A big issue with a lot of live service games that I even discussed a few days ago is eventually they kind of tend to disconnect and run on their own, and then the game gets into the end game phase, if you will, and everything just kind of randomly starts to dry out. Now, however, with that being said, seeing this level of communication and overall acknowledgement is a great sign in my opinion. So it's clear that a lot of people have mixed emotions on this, but I guess in my opinion, despite nerfs not exactly being, as I mentioned a couple of moments ago, the most welcomed element when it comes down to updates, this has some sort of weird balance, I guess you could say. Now, a lot of people are actually saying that they should go ahead and fix the bombs, with someone saying Hell Bomb and 500 kg range is still too small and ultimately just wonky. But overall, Helldivers 2 just got more serious, and there's no doubt about that, and they have done it.